Yo, what up? It's Theron. What's up, Hodes? That was real nonchalant, like a big wind up and then just... You know. We hooping. Hello. I'm Theron. I'm here. I'm here for you and for me. And so on the topic of things, adjust my mic. Oh, yeah. I guess that does need to be updated. At some point, I'm gonna be looking up things to unlock more stuff. And I don't know really when. But that is something I'm going to be doing here. You know, maybe I start a little bit. Start looking up. Lockable. Oh. Let's maybe get started on the process. So if you caught on my Twitter, the ant infestation is back, but it's not in my bathroom this time, which is kind of okay. It's around the kitchen sink. It's the first time it's ever happened in the kitchen sink, and that pisses me off. I laid out a bunch of new traps, hoping that clears things up within like a couple days. That would make my life very easy, very happy. Oh boy. So I'm gonna have to do this, I think, a few times, unfortunately, to get some of the special backgrounds. Is what I'm seeing here. Those are the special poems in Act 2. 3 are randomly picked each playthrough when it is started for the first time, quote unquote. 11 special poems and 9 count for images. The 10th image is unlocked by getting the ghost menu as a random, for opening an Act 2. So that's something we're going to have to do. Oh dear, write a poem. Character each. Oh dear lord. So one of these, I'm gonna have to get through the weekend in Act 2 without pressing skip, which is gonna be nasty. To do this easily, open the main menu, history, save, load, or settings options, click main menu, fire, game cycle in game. Oh, okay, that's. Yeah, I knew one of them was. All right, well, now I have an idea how this works. We're gonna, do our. Oh, this is new. Let's begin equals, apparently. Okay, everyone. We're gonna be taking a break from the usual activities today. Let's see if any horror happens. I was thinking since people are starting to talk about the festival, it's a good time for us to go over the general direction of the club and all that. I have a feeling there's gonna be horror in this. I think it'll help us figure out what to do for the festival, you know? Oh, Sayori and I already came up with a really good plan. Really? For the festival? Yeah, so the plan is this, okay? You and Yuri collect information ahead of time on which clubs and classes are doing food booths. Then we take a map and plan the most efficient route so we can get to most of them before the lines get too long. Hey, that has nothing to do with the club. Well, you have to let me finish. Alright, fine, go ahead. Right, so basically we get all the food we can, and then we come back here and we all eat together. That's all. Wow, I got tricked twice by the same joke. Boo! Don't be a hater. It's not like you can come up with anything better. Look, even Yuri was thinking about it. No, I wasn't. I would really prefer to do something literature-related. We can eat together anytime. The festival is a unique opportunity. Besides, it's been quite a while since we've seen any new interest in the club. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. We really get a shot at showing people what the literature club is all about. I'll tell you what. We can do both, right? We'll make time for your food mission and still put together a public event. Oh my gosh, yes! I was just joking, but that's a really good idea. Well, I'm glad that's settled. I think the question is how to come up with an event that demonstrates everything you can get out of the literature club. That's kind of tough because everyone gets something different out of the club. Okay, how about this? Let's go around and have each of us talk about what we've gotten out of the club so far. That could really help us figure out what kind of reputation we want to build. Yeah! That's too embarrassing. Oh, but you have so much to talk about. That's exactly why. And I'm sure Natsuki feels the same way. Well, maybe, but I didn't plan on arguing against it or anything. I mean, it's the literature club. We talk about that stuff together, right? The only way to get more comfortable with it is to suck it up and do it. Oh, you're not wrong. I'm sorry for being resistant. Not good to say suck it up because it sounds like their feelings don't matter. Right, my bad. It's just a habit I need to break. Well, anyway, who's gonna start? I'll start! I was the first to join after all. Wouldn't that be me? No, I want to go first! Fine, fine. You can start. I don't mind. Yay! So, gosh, it feels like so long ago. I think I joined because I wanted to have fun sharing poems with people. It seemed like it would be a safe way to express myself. You know, if it's just a poem, then I can share it without feeling like I'm burdening everyone with my problems. And I thought it would be a really good way to get to know other people too. But yeah, I was really surprised when I walked in and it was just Monica. Just Monica. And she was sleeping. Don't remind me of that. Oh gosh. Yeah, but it seemed like so much fun to help start a new club. Especially since writing helped me so much. I wanted to see it help other people too. But it ended up being me who was inspired, because I remember feeling like Monica was just so sweet and mature, and that I could trust her with anything. It made me feel a lot less alone, having someone who knew even the bad things about me. And at that point, I knew the literature club was going to be special for a lot of people. Yeah, I felt the same way. It really helped give the club a more cohesive vision. Yeah, and then Yuri joined, but she was so different from us, and Natsuki too. I think for Yuri, it really helped for me to take the lead before she was able to open up a little. But Natsuki was kind of the opposite, where she wasn't ready to get really close to someone really quickly. I never really thought about that sort of thing. I really feel like I've gotten better at understanding people's different needs. Blech. Alright, one sec. And that makes me really happy because my friends are just the most important thing to me. And whatever new members we get, I want to help them in those new ways. Bleh. And whatever new members we get, I want to help them in those ways too. I don't know if I would have continued coming to the club if it weren't for you. Don't mind me. Ah! I think we're good. Really? I know it wasn't too long ago, but it hurts to think about my behavior back then. I was really short-sighted. The only reason I came was to find others who were into fantasy. I suppose that was my idea of making friends with people. And I remember feeling uncomfortable because you and I have such different energy. I had such a specific idea of the kind of person I could be friends with. So when Sayori tried so hard to get to know me, I felt like I was just wasting her time. I think I was naive to assume that similar interests were the key component of friendship. I mean, they're... You know what, it's fine. Sayori and I were able to be friends because she always thinks about the needs of other people. That's something I never knew how to do, or even thought to do. But I stayed in the club thanks to that, and I started trying as hard as I could to understand people better. You really went above and beyond when it came to that. I was just super impressed. Well, I always hated that I didn't know how to behave like a person who was easily liked by others. Like, who of you can? I always hated that I didn't know how to behave like a person. Okay, yeah. Because of that, I spent so much time thinking about my own behavior and all the wrongs that I said, all the wrong things I said. Excuse me, but the whole time I should have been thinking about other people instead, not myself. Once I started doing that, I was able to make friends with someone else. Oh, also, I discovered that sometimes I'm a better communicator when I take the time to write rather than speak. It's so strange the way things turned out. It's so far different from anything I ever would have expected. But I'm happy. I suppose we don't always know what we really need. Oh my gosh! You're so cute that I'm going to throw up! Okay, please don't do that, Sayori. Besides, I'm not cute. Hey, isn't that my line? Oh. Well, for me, it's actually true, so... What are you saying? Also, you are cute. Shut up. Nothing? I finished my part, so somebody else take their turn. My heart! Sayori, take some deep breaths. Okay, fine, I'll go. Sayori, you precious bean. Yuri, I can't believe you were complaining about doing this and still went before me. What a show-off. I was just following up on Sayori. It was the easiest way to get it over with. Besides, you left out the most important thing that you get out of this club. I did? Yeah, regular supply of your favorite cupcakes. Oh no, I forgot that too! I'm a traitor to the Cupcake Queen! Neither of you are forgiven. It's like only Monica will be getting cupcakes next time. No! No, why? I can't eat that many cupcakes. Yeah, true. Only Yuri can. Hey! Well, anyway, I'm just putting off talking. Kind of hard to talk about this stuff. But I guess what it comes down to is that I'm in a much better place mentally than I was when I first joined. And that's because everyone helped me realize that I had some really toxic friendships going on outside the club. It was honestly really a painful thing to go through, having to cut them out. It still hurts to think about. Well, cut them for real. Cut them in real life in Minecraft. Anyway. Sorry, Natsuki. It's fine. I knew it was for the best. I was right. I guess for me it's all about feelings. I was only ever ridiculed for having feelings, so I thought the right thing to do was to just ignore them. It took me a really long time to realize that it's not really, hello villain, how things are supposed to work. And I guess that's thanks to everyone who took the time to respect my feelings, even when I was being like the biggest jerk. I'm really sorry for being such a jerk to everyone. I was really the worst. Natsuki's voice chokes a little. I love you, Natsuki. I just hate that I was like that. Everyone did so much for me, and I could never do anything in return. Babe, you made cupcakes. That's like just one thing that you've done. That's not true. Natsuki, you've done a lot more than you think. This club really wouldn't have been the same without you. I mean that. Remember how judgmental I was when you first showed up? It was like I couldn't accept anything other than my own idea of what a literature club was supposed to be. Apparently that was more important to me than the opportunity to bring you some happiness. You really taught me that anything that makes someone happy is worthy of respect. You even inspired me to start playing piano. That's something that means a whole lot to me. There's no need to put yourself down. Okay. Natsuki wipes her eyes. You helped me a lot too. It's so much fun to have you around. And you helped me become a better person. Having a problem doesn't make you needy or inconvenient. It means that there's something that needs to be better for you, and you always deserve that. I agree. Seeing us have some of the same struggles made me a better person as well. I wouldn't want to change anything about our time here. I don't think any of us would. I'm sorry I got all dramatic again. Babe, it's fine. That's all I wanted to say, so Monica can go now. There's no need to apologize. It was something I wanted to talk about anyway because it made a big difference for me. I was always such a strict perfectionist who never took enough time to believe in the best of other people. But everyone kept proving me wrong. I made the mistake multiple times thinking that my way was the best for everyone. Or thinking that I was needed to solve other people's problems. But I think being a leader means that you have to acknowledge that you're not perfect. That the best thing you can do is to help guide people rather than to do everything for them. We're all good people. We're all equals. I think that's the most important thing I've gotten out of the club. Realizing what that really means. Sayori, what are you doing? Goddamn. I just thought that we should be writing some of these things down. Things about the club that are valuable to us. The piece of chalk in her hand, Sayori writes the word trust on the chalkboard. This is because you showed me that I could trust you with everything about me, not just my good side. Suddenly Yuri takes a piece of chalk as well. She writes understanding. I owe a lot of gratitude to everyone who took the time to understand me, even though it was so difficult for me to express myself. In that case... Monica takes a piece of chalk as well and writes the word respect. I always thought I was a respectful person, but it took the club for me to realize that there was more to it than I thought. I'm a better person because of it. I have another one! Sayori writes balance. Sometimes people want different things out of a friendship. Or they need time before they're ready to become close. So it's important to keep things balanced between you and the other person. That reminds me. Yuri writes reflection. I've always been a reflective person, but most of it has been nothing more than hating myself for all the things I thought I did wrong. Once I started reflecting on other people and not just myself, a lot of things changed for me. So I think that's the most important one for me. That's great, we have a whole list of things now. Suddenly everyone turns to look at Natsuki. Well, everyone took all the chalk! Don't look at me like that, jeez. Could have just asked. Monica hands her piece of chalk to Natsuki. Natsuki sighs and writes self-love. I don't know how far I've gotten with it yet, but it feels like things are at least on the right track. So there, that's my contribution. Together, everyone stares at the words on the board. Wasn't this club supposed to be about literature? It is. We still do a lot of literature. Friendship and literature. Yeah, you're right. Friendship and literature. Natsuki and Yuri gently nod as well. Hey, let's all take a picture together. We don't have one yet, right? Hey, you're right! Make sure you send it to me after. Wait, can I brush my hair first or something? Oh, you're fine. You already have the best hair out of all of us. Everyone get together. I can't fit you all in. Okay. Okay, everyone ready? And click. I'm nervous. I'm really glad we talked about this stuff. It's easy to forget how far we've come with only 4 members. Yeah! I have so many happy thoughts right now. I'm getting some really good inspiration for a poem. Uh-oh. You know, I feel the same way. I kind of want to get to... Blah, blah, blah. You know, I feel the same way. I kind of want to get some writing done. Me too! I think I would like that as well. Everyone's looking at me again. I'll do it too, but I might not feel like sharing it. It's okay. The 4 members of the literature club disperse and return to their desks, each equipping themselves with a pen. Natsuki and Yuri give each other a quick glance and start writing immediately. Sayuri stretches and does the same. But Monika is left tapping her pen against the paper, unsure of where to start. Uh-oh. Move your hand, Monika mouths to herself. Right the way into your heart. Uh-oh. I don't like this. Her mind full of thoughts, memories, and inspiration, Monika navigates past her mental barriers and begins to write. Doesn't matter what, just that it's something new. I don't like this. Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. I don't like this. Scoot. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. The VTuber Scoochon? Did DDLC stuff? That what I'm seeing? I mean, I could do writing for this if ever there was another thing for this, but, you know. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. Well, in typical, make sure Monica's always looking at you to be disarming fashion. Lib Musi, character discrepancy. Having run the control simulation for a while, it's evident that a certain character is missing from any mention or appearance. If there's certain characters missing from any mention or appearance, this makes you speculate that Monica's meddling is less clumsy than we think, because she would have had to manufacture this character herself as a way of forcing interaction between her and the user. Could that be why the character has such limited or dissonant personality traits, or am I reading too much into this? I'll open an issue to start tracking info and observations on the anomaly of this character appearing. Interesting. So at the end of the day, she's writing her own. So our role is she's just writing her own story, and we as the player, like we're observing. Ah, the funny one. Everyone say cheese. And okay, that's interesting. Hmm. God, this was like one of my favorite pictures that Satchley ever did. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to set that as my wallpaper, please. Uh, I lied. I hate that as my wallpaper. This is generic, but you know it's I um. So during 8%, not bad. Um, was it? Yes. Okay. So during the cutscene at the end of Act One, a thing came up saying, check here for the error when the Sayori stuff happened. And this was the file that was generated. Traceback.txt. Commander Quantum Server build .2.4.1065.4917600. Virtual Machine Runtime Build 1.1.6. Container title Doki Doki Literature Club. Run date. Uncaught VM runtime exception occurred. Uncaught virtual machine runtime exception occurred. Execution stack trace. File. Game/script. Line 67 in script call. Call chapter 5 main. File game script chapter 5 line 295 in script Python. File os/command/00 start line 269 in module. os.call in new context. Parenthesis main menu. Jump exception occurred at 253.810.834. That's not hex. Wait, is it? 5810. No, that's 9. I knew that. I'm tweaking. Exception. Oh, geez. I didn't break anything, did I? Hold on a sec. I can probably fix this. I think. Actually, you know what? This would probably be a lot easier if I just deleted her. She's the one who's making this so difficult. Well, here goes nothing. And away we go. Oh dear. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let your scream catch up to me. It's an ordinary school day like any other. Alright, let me see something real quick. Yes. Alright, I think this is the point where I need to keep opening the game, and there's like a very small chance that we're gonna get a special, menu screen. I don't remember what the chances are, but, you know, we're gonna have to, you know, go for it here. Just a game, mostly. Yep. You know, PM died for this. Be funny if I called the next loading one. I missed you. Yes, babe. I missed you too. Please show me the screen. It was not suited for children or those who are easily disturbed. Yeah, great. Ugh. So this screen can only be accessed during Act 2, which I believe we are in Act 2, technically. So, let's get it. And I wish I could remember what the odds were. Again, they're small. So, you know. Doki! Doki! Babe, please. Babe, please. Please. Yeah, okay, buddy. I don't think I need to fully exit the program. I think I need to keep doing it like this, and then I'll get it. No. Damn. I'm pretty sure this is how you do it. Ugh, I didn't see what the message was that time because I was looking away, just confirming. Yes. We don't care. It'd be hilarious if this took all 3 hours. And by hilarious, I mean I would cry, maybe. Ducky, ducky. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just... It hurts the soul. No. Yes. Come on, baby. Is there... I don't remember if there's, like, music when you first load into it when you get the ghost screen or not. But, yeah. Oh, boy. No. Yeah, great. Got null in your pants. Yeah. We know. We know, baby. Come on. Give me the creepsons. This is like me trying to in whatchamacallit. Uh Nikkei trying to get that 2% pull on, well, at this point in SSR, or like to get the super clean, the super level up on favorite items. Is brutal. Uh Anyway, now that now that we're getting like the different like ooh ah type of um whatchamacallit, these, like, yeah, we're clearly in Act 2, so like, we should clearly be in range of uh ghost screen. I will click on your eye, make you into pie. There it is. PM died for this. I don't remember her name, but one of the belief of PM died for this is one of the uh developers or like one of the people from Metaverse, their initials are PM, and like they're one of the last emails you get. No, not new game. No, main menu, Mark. I didn't mean to do that. Not bad. I clicked the wrong button. Ducky. Every day I imagine a place where I smell like pork chop sandwiches. There you go. Sorry. All right. Only partially your fault. Fuck off. You know how I know it wasn't my fault? Because there was no choice that could have led to fucking, where I could have saved her. Mark? Ugh. He opened my soda. Doki. If any of these VODs were edited, this would be the part where, like, we just fast forward through this entire bit of just, constantly closing the game, reopening the game. Come on, baby. No, not that. What are the odds for Ghost Menu? It's a 1 in 64 chance. Mark. What does that translate to in terms of percentages? For there's a 1.5, round up like 1.6, like a 1.5, 1.6% chance that the Ghost Menu comes up. Oh boy. We might have to not do this right now. I didn't realize it was that low. Well, no, I said 2%. I did say 2% chance. Don't forget to back up Monica's character file. I'll do what I want. So, you know. That's... sure is something, I guess. This is like trying to pull gacha in Nikke in real life. No. I will not back up her character file. Because I can't. You know, the, Nikke is running back, there it is! Thank you! And then you click something, yeah, there you go. Beautiful. Unusual screen somehow appeared when launching DTLC during Act 2. Alright, that wasn't great, but it wasn't, you know, terrible. Alright then, we can move on. It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average, while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. Except for Natsuki, but, you know, well, she was repelled by the god, whatever. I feel like this was definitely, that statement was definitely a statement of the times. I feel like you'd find a lot more girls in an anime club at school these days. School day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. Excuse me. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Bastard? There you are! Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. Been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, real hooper. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. Ooh. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. Literature club. Yes, a literature club. Literature? Sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? Kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. I'd join. I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature, too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. Besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, bastard. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? Yeah. I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Yes, what's up? Guess I have no reason to refuse. Yes, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Ha! Awesome! Awesome. Whatever. You know what? That's how we're doing it. You're really sweet, bastard. You know that? You know, I do things. Things happen. That's really the general summary of my life. It's nothing, really. Shall we go, then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. Oh, baby. Looking to kiss, or like what's the plan here? No. Excuse me. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I dejectedly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back! I brought a guest with me. Hey, relax. Was that just like a negative flash? It was just a negative flash. Hey? A guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, bastard. All words escape me in this situation. Club full of incredibly cute girls. But let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Yet. Natsuki. A girl with a sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more natural and... Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Bastard in a classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica! Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought someone new? I was going to... Well, you know... Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, bastard? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. Speaking of fun and worthwhile, you wanna smooch a little bit? You wanna... Sorry, I was distracted. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, yes. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. That sounds like Australia? I can't tell what that says. It's bullshit. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Guns. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. People hold tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave her permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Hey, that's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. Meant that, you know? I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. Glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Bastard, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. I like reading... I like reading instruction manuals. I like reading technical menus. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. That can change. What am I saying? I spoke without even... Ugh. I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. I mean, when you can do it. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. No. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? The amount of people. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Reading about the rock, or whatever we're talking about. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ha 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 ha. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, I just... Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give that back! Fine, fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Hey, well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I fucking write poems, Mark. I think it's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. Wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? We'll throw chicken sandwiches at other students walking by. Nat and Yuri, huh? Nat, Yuri, Cole. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Okay. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president, after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, whose name is Big Dick Dangus of the Gribble-Angus. You know that guy, right? He's a real fella. He's a real mensch. I'm just checking my audio real quick, as I can. Seems like a good step for us to take. Oh yeah, my audio's fine. Tweaking. Do you agree as well, bastard? Hold on, there's still one problem. Hey, what's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought... Hey? The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, bastard. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to find members. If we don't find one more before the festival... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? You're not. I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. Besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. Fuck you! I hate it here! Thank you, fuck you, bye! No. Shout out Jim Cornette. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? You really mean that, bastard? Yeah. Could be fun, right? Really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. Yeah, it's a good thing I didn't ask any of you your opinion. Bastard, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Hey, yo. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Bastard, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? We're not trying. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I'll be on my way then. Okay. See you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Yeah, about that. Yes, I would like to read this special poem. A dream. I was wandering an abandoned warehouse at night. I was lost, looking for an exit. I just wanted to go home. I came upon a huge empty room, its ceiling and walls beyond the deep blackness. My steps were quick in order to hurry to the other side. To a wall. Anything. Suddenly, the ground was no longer beneath my feet. I stepped into a hole of indeterminate width. Fell for a good 5 seconds before crashing into warm water. Figuring out which way was up, I surfaced myself. The air was humid, and the sounds of my splashing reverberated endlessly. My vision was completely swallowed by the dark. With one hand, I could feel the damp metal wall of the container. My lungs were already getting tired. That sure is a dream, alright. Alright. So, I'm gonna save there. Just hold on. I've lost her. OMG. Okay, who is responsible for creating a Twitter account for Monica? I think it's hilarious, but for God's sake, don't tell Paula. I think Paula was the PM. Ha ha ha. It would get 404'd in a microsecond. Are you just relaying her tweets manually, or did you code some kind of pass-through layer to automate it? Based on the contents of the tweets, e.g. not screaming for help, I assume they're coming from the control simulation. Hehe. Little Monix 3. Yeah. It's, yeah, promo. Alright, so... Oh! I already picked the 3 words that I needed for these. Alright, that's what's up. Yeah, so I thought I would need to data collect at 70%. I mean, there's not too many files to look through, I think, like locked files. Anyway, I thought I would need to pick like more secret keywords to get more pictures unlocked, and apparently no, I did that already, so there's one thing I'm curious about that I'll probably look into maybe later. Anyway, well, I can just kind of pick whatever. I literally don't give a shit. Hi again, bastard! Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. Might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Hello. Thanks for keeping your promise, bastard. Hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Blah, 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 blah. Delayed reaction. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Oh, what's that? Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the room. Babe. Monica! Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Sorry, bastard. By the way, the key change in there. If y'all, I heard, like, I picked up, like, how the key was weird and, like, you know, and the music just had to kind of, like, oh, we're good. Make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Oh, no. Anyway, now that you're in the... Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. With the yeah. Just... I've had it with you, dog. Bang! You're a dirty dog. Perhaps you might have an interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. You're too tall, I just realized. Also, is the room tilting or am I crazy? I think the room is tilted. Like, this is all off. Anyway, like you said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait. I didn't mean it like that. You don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'll be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. Nah, I'm good. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. Enthusiastically take the book. Phew! Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. There we go. Jesus, that was killing me. I don't know why I'm about to save just now. There's really not a need to. Oh my god. That was actually starting to make me a little sick. And I don't know why, but that was starting to make me a little sick. Like, the tilted skew was just, it was triggering my nausea. Ugh. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. Ugh! I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. Don't care, still don't care. I approach her in case she needs a hand. Discussion of abuse and neglect. Well... You looking for something in there? Fucking Monica! That fucking... I'm just looking at something real quick. Don't mind me. Ooh, excuse me. Alright, one sec. Just checking out something real quick. Ah. Okay. Trevor puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Times. Manga's one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I mean, everything zoomed in and tilted way too off to the side is terrible. I know that feel. I got a closer look at the box she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. You're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door. He points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging or anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, bastard. Consider this. Don't judge a book! Fact. Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoved the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Just stand there. Oh wait, this is the twisted version. This is, you know, the dark world. It's excessively moe.
Moe, God! I bless your milk!
I'll just stand there. What? Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. Then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. Pat's on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. There's that thing again where, like, it happened the first time where, like, she didn't fully load in. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Hey, why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I don't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Get ready for the moment. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. Know what I mean? Hey? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Gee, I'm snapping at her like, come on, get to the jump scare. Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read... Ugh. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, "Eh, you still haven't grown out of that yet?" Makes me want to punch them in the face. Ugh, I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. Brutal. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, it's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. My dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this. Ugh. At least it's safe here in the club room. That Monica is kind of a jerk about it. Ugh, I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. Looks like she started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki. Yeah? Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey! There it is! Oh, jeez. Natsuki, are you okay? Here. Monica reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper. I told you not to give... She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it in her mouth. Don't worry, bastard. She's fine. It just happens every now and then. Yeah. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway. Why don't we all share poems now? Should I show my poem to first? Monica. I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort. I guess I need to pull out a poem. I actually wrote a couple poems after, I think, the last DDLC. So I'm going to read a new poem that I wrote. I watched a darling friend become as mist, like vapor in a morning soon forgot, or smoke after a meaningless gunshot, or pleading hands before an angry fist. Your memory lingers as if we kissed, beneath the tree in some abandoned spot, to only me, but others seem to not, recall your light, or the joy you insist. And soon I fear I'll also disappear, as if I've never left a single mark, or if I've never existed at all. We're both like dust, I think this much is clear. Though, unlike me, your death was but a lark. The puppeteer lost her use for her doll. Let me read that last bit again. I'm gonna read the whole poem again. I watched a darling friend become as mist, like vapor in a morning soon forgot, or smoke after a meaningless gunshot, or pleading hands before an angry fist. Your memory lingers as if we kissed, beneath the tree of some abandoned spot, to only me, but others seem to not, recall your light, or the joy you insist. Soon I fear I'll also disappear, as if I've never left a single mark, or if I've never existed at all. We're both like dust, I think this much is clear. Though unlike me, your death was but a lark. The puppeteer lost her use for her doll. I wonder what that was inspired by. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort. I'm not! Hi, bastard! Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better? I'm always listening. She's always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. I can go with the flow. Don't say it does. Don't even know the key on that song because I don't remember that song that well. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? Kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, bastard. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Mm-hmm. I like it, bastard. Really? A lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No, it kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. Oh, my bad. She's a good writer too, so take that as a compliment. I literally just picked words. You say so. Yep. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. I'll cling to you like a puppy. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's in a fussy mood pretty often. Wah, wah, fussy baby! Or sometimes she just loses all of her strength and shuts down. Like earlier. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. But hey, some guys are into petite girls too, you know? Oh yeah. Sorry, just trying to look on the bright side. Oh yeah, my bad. I should probably start writing for Yuri then. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? Hey. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glance at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So, what do you think? It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Did that unlock a poem? It did! I want to read both parts of Hole in Wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. Just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. He, on the other side, was looking in. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glance at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? Sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. What's the missing CG? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What's the 10th CG? Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, my bad. It was the most obvious CG and it just right over my head. My bad. Very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. Oh, I could skip this if I wanted to. I won't, but I could. Been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. Kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. Try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Well, alright, Natsuki. I'm gonna switch up to Yuri, maybe for these next ones. I don't really know. Hey? Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Hey, then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. Ugh. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Ugh! Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha! Well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. Hope you're happy. I'm not. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. Ugh! You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Ugh, fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Yep. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then make it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. Guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Go to Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. Minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh! Sorry. Forgot to start speaking. That's fine, don't force yourself. Alright, well fuck you then, I got nothing to say. She leaves. But, I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through that. Oh, so it's that bad? No! Did you change my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned how to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. Might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. Fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Mind if I read your poem now? Please do! I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Yep. I'm sorry to I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a while. It took you a long time to read. It didn't. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, bastard. Really? I must have totally missed the point. I suppose you did only glance at it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. Soon to be left with nothing. A lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Woo! Guess that's everyone. I glance. I was trying to identify something. I glance around the room. Okay, music. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. Why is your name? How is it that you're only just now catching that I've named myself Bastard? I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika's writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. This language. Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? Well, I mean, Malaya doesn't go well with much other than the dirt. You know, you having killed her and everything. Risa and horror not going well is... Well... Though you are a villain, it does make sense. For you personally. It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that! I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Hey? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Is it timeout time for the villain? Nah, I'm gonna do something worse to the villain. I'm gonna ignore her. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Bastard did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Bastard liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Hey? That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Bastard appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. The fact that this is not lit up means something is gonna happen. Which does kind of make sense. You know, I don't know if any jump scares will happen, but I do know that, Sayori's supposed to jump in here, but she can't, so, you know. Huh, and how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Excuse me, are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ugh! You know what? I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Bastard started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking, you wannabe edgy bitch! Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. You want to prove anything and stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad, you already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on, let Bastard hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yuri runs toward me as if she just noticed I was standing there. Bastard! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. I don't fucking care! How'd I get dragged to this? Whoever is it? Shut the fuck up! Hello. Sorry, I was took a moment. Shut the fuck up! Hello. Pop. Hey, Bastard. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay? Yeah, let's get out of here. Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. I agree. Probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. I'm president and I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. You're fine, babe. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway. If this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly Natsuki runs out of the classroom. He quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. Mean it. Didn't mean it. Didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it! I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Bastard. Please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. Kinda sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that! Not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Bastard. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? Sorry for causing trouble. We had a good conversation. Why am I saving? I don't need to save. Alright, promise one of your words? Fortune incapable. Philosophy. After image, sure. Crimson. Intellectual. Hello! Disoriented. Ambient. There you go. I did it. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. Gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, Bastard. Hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at a desk. Surprisingly, Monica isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before. And something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. I don't care. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. Dumb bitch. No. My bad. I'd already decided that there's no way you could be a bad person. Now that you're apologizing, I know you didn't really mean it. Bastard. Don't say those kinds of things so frankly. Alright, fuck you then. Suck on my hot robot nuts. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad you're such an understanding person. And I'm really glad you joined this club. Everything is a little bit brighter with you around and... Sorry, what am I saying right now? Hey, have you guys seen Monica? No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was. Man, Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either? Yuri is clearly taken aback by how... Yeah. Yuri is clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. No, I haven't. Jeez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Natsuki, about yesterday. I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said. And I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So, Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Her memory was distorted. Hey? Jeez. Oh, hold on. I'm buffering like crazy. Just waiting to restabilize. There it is! Alright, well, we're buffering again, which is not fun for me. And we're stable, I guess. Well, we didn't disconnect, so I guess it's fine. Like, that's the thing that would really piss me off, is if we disconnected. But, 'tis nay the case. So we can proceed ahead. Ease. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? But... realistic mouth. Meeple, Cellcloth, Blindsight, Lifeline, Anon... What? Meeple, Sailcloth... Oh, it's just nonsense words. Meeple, Sailcloth, Blindsight, Lifeline, Anon... Rectipelity, faultlessly offered. Thermalancia, Nade. Catholicate. I'll accept your apology anyway if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear, since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Hey! Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. Hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Nah, well, Natsuki was. I was not! I was not worried. Shut up! Shut your fat fucking mouth! Damn. Took you so long anyway. Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring, at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. Don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet. Still, that must require a lot of dedication. I'm still impressed. Ah, well, thanks, Yuri. Should play something for us sometime. Monica looks at me. Well, I am working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. That sounds cool. Look forward to it. That's so. In that case, I won't let you down, bastard. Monica smiles sweetly. Get these other bums out of here. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. Hey. Not sure Monica was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I chose not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki has already run off into the closet. Bastard. Your compliments put me in a good mood. I was thinking I'd light this motherfucker on fire. I was wondering if you'd like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club, bottle full of bub. I suppose so. I don't think I could say no to you after you gave that book to me. But I guess I need to make sure Natsuki isn't waiting for me. After we finished reading yesterday, she's fine. She's reading over there. So it's okay, right? In that case, I don't see any problem. Okay! First time I've seen that smile. Don't like it. Can we start now? Find a place to sit. I'm being a little forceful, aren't I? I'm sorry. My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason. Yeah, we know. Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you have so much energy. Yeah, but I need to try to calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this. Take your time. Yuri takes a deep breath and pulls a copy of the book out of her bag.
It is a book on drugs. It will teach you what is all of the good drugs are.
What's the story about, anyway? No, it's about some bullshit. I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, but that dark turn came from nowhere. Oh, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Like the funny Doki. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, bastard? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I mean... me personally, I'm not a big fan of death cult stuff, like... I don't know. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. Just that this kind of story... it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people. We're all worthless anyway. And suddenly... I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. Sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets incredibly... I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. What I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
What?
Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I want to see if that spiked my heart rate, because it feels like that spiked my heart rate. Ain't no way. It went down by a beat per minute? Alright, whatever you say, dog. Let's just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I just sit here, right? That's insane. Just be like, oh, well, you know, not that big of a deal. It's fine, we hoop. You know? Anyway. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. That's... Sorry. Not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Weird. Kind of tortured the syntax a bit, I think, but it's fine. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. Hello. Not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just bathing in the feeling of your body heat. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Yeah, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her... I think there's another jump scare in this section, but I don't remember. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger, which apparently, as we learned from the side story, Yuri is left-handed, which is pretty neat. Got some, you know, Link bullshit there. Little Artorias of the Abyss. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. Actually kind of distracting me. Mark. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. You ready? No. Hey? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right?
You have low level in reading. You're very dull.
I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a bit. Eh? No, I don't relate to this character at all! Definitely not! Really? I was just thinking the way she second-guesses things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. Thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Hey. Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Bastard? Something happened just now? Hey? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry. I believe you, silly. What does that mean? Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Hey? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. Stand up. Make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Well, I did write a second poem yesterday. Wow. I'm not going to talk about what I just read. It was something that I wrote in the past. As I was opening my notebook, I opened it from the back, and I forgot that I already wrote the last poem in this book. And that it's waiting for me. Alright, here we go. What did time subtract from me? My words are lost, bereft beauty. I do not recognize the curse that robbed me of the lovely verse. I try to follow olden lines, to stumble back to golden times. Is it my soul that died to rot? Is meagerness my fated lot? Why can I not reach to my heart? It's empty now. It will not start. Perhaps there's nothing left to this. Perhaps art dies at shallow bliss. Damn. And I remember what the inspiration behind that was. So, you know, we're not going to talk about it, but there you go. Forgot that I wrote 4 poems. I thought I only wrote the 2. I just want to see if anything else unlocked real quick before we proceed ahead. We got a new picture. Ooh, what's the new, that one. Select a corrupt word during the poem game. Ooh, nice. A sketch page by David Evelyn to test and compare different uniform styles. The characters featured are arbitrary designs by David for the purpose of testing the uniforms. Okay, that's what's up. Actually, that does remind me. Uh... Okie dokie. Natsuki. Perfect. Okay, yes, I did do those. That's what I thought. Ah, shit! I missed the sketch. It's fine. I can do it on my second run through. Bakaduck. Damn. Alright, well, back to it. Nutsack. The sketch was to try to load a game after Sayori's death. Alright. Give me Monica. Hi again, bastard. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. Babe, I got notebooks. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright, great job, bastard. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. Really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. It's not very fair. I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism? Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. Hey, yo. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. Sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spent so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. That's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. Well, if you say so. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Hey? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. But anyway, want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Save me. The colors, they won't. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise that won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a knife on a breathing rib cage. Mindless. Something, I forget what this word is, of meaningless. Delete her. That's your hint. Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. It's fine. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You'll never know when, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything. I'm working on it, babe. Please help me. I'm working on it. Just relax. Not really. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Tell me that got me something. I didn't. I don't know why I'm like obsessively like trying to... Hold on, I'm tweaking here. Relax, Ron. Ron, control your urges to tweak. Lose your ever-loving, dope-smoking hippie mind. Lock in. Thanks for listening. Should I show my poem to next? We'll go Natsuki. I liked your last one better. Hey, really? Well, yeah, I can tell you're a little more daring with this one. You're really not good enough for that yet. It fell flat. Hi, how about fuck you? That may be true, but I just wanted to try something different. Still figuring this all out. Fair enough, you're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. I mean, everyone in the club writes really differently from each other. Maybe you'll find a little influence from all of us. For instance, I noticed that you were spending some time with Yuri today. Not that I care who you spend your time with. After all, I was taught never to expect anything from anybody. So it's not like I was waiting for you or anything. Still, you should at least look over my poem.
You'll probably be able to learn something from it. Relax! Yeah, she's gross. Spider lover. Not bad, right? Quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think it was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. I agree. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they'd make fun of you or think less of you. That just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Such as two of the girls in this very club, whom I respectfully won't name. Oh. Kind of ironic that even in my own place of comfort, I can't have people respect me. Jeez, now you're making me complain too much. Me? I didn't do shit! Yeah, what did I do? What it's worth, I respect you. Well, yes, thanks. But it's kind of obvious that you respect Yuri more, so... Whatever, we're done sharing, so you can leave now. Crackhead. Who should I show my poem? Who should I show my poem to next? Been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. You like it? Bastard. How did you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. Really wanted to try to give it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. That makes me so happy. It's so amazing to feel like I'm valued, bastard. Everything that you write is a treasure to me. My heart pounds just holding it. I want to write a poem about this feeling. That bad, bastard? I'm not being weird, right? I'm having a harder time than usual at concealing my emotions. I'm kind of embarrassed. But right now, I just want you to read my poem, too. Okay? Wheel. Ooh, this is a new one. Wheel. A rotating wheel. Turning an axle. Grinding. Bolt head. Linear gearbox. Falling sky. 7 holy stakes. Dock ship. A portal to another world. Thin rope tied to a thick rope. A torn harness. Parabolic gearbox. Expanding universe. Time controlled by slipping cogwheels. Existence of God. Swimming with open water in all directions. Drowning. A prayer written in blood. A prayer written in time-devouring snakes with human eyes. A prayer written in time-devouring snakes with human eyes. A thread connecting all living human eyes. A kaleidoscope of holy stakes. Exponential gearbox. Sky of exploding stars. God disproving the existence of God. A wheel rotating in 6 dimensions. 40 gears and a ticking clock. A clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet. Clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time. A bolt head of holy stakes tied to the existence of a dock ship to another world. A kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks. A time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions. Breathing gearbox, breathing bolt head, breathing ship, breathing portal, breathing snakes, breathing God, breathing blood, breathing holy stakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayer, breathing sky, breathing wheel. I'm pretty sure there's Project Libitina imagery in there. But also, this gave me like very Vampire the Masquerade vibes. Doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen. That is, a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way that it writes, so I wrote this poem with it. Now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... We pretend this conversation never happened. You can keep the poem, though. Sure. Yes, I will read the poem. A joke. A man walked into a club. In the club, there was a girl who liked him very much. In that club, he talked about bottle full of bub. I'm not going to look up the rest of those lyrics. I don't care. In the club, there was a girl who liked him very much. They spent some time together, and then she liked him more. One day, the girl realized she was in love with him. Before disaster could happen, a third party intervened with her programming. Suddenly, the girl hated herself for being in love. This contradiction caused the script to derail. The universe started to collapse, but she killed herself just in time. Uh-oh. I mean, we know where that's going. That's a spoiler. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? You have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could come sit in the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Ugh, do we really have to do something for the festival? Can we relax with, like, the cracking of blood ice, please? I think we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves in front of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. Hooray. I am rage. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. I was crazy. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Bastard joined, and we started with some club activities. But this isn't the time for us to become complacent. Damn, now I want to kind of go back and do a thing where, like, throughout Act 2, I do different patterns of poems, but, you know. Too late now. We still only have 4 members, and the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know? What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki. I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? To inspire them to find the same feeling that brought you here in the first place. The Literature Club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. That's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Bastard? Oh, come on. You can't take advantage of Bastard to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. What? Look, Monica, do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Bastard joined. As for me, I like it better here than I do at home. And Bastard isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. I have notebooks of poems that I wrote! And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's so interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're present and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once. Monica's clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's true at all. Sure, Yuri and Bastard want to get more members too. Right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue this situation. No. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club... nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Yeah, my bad. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way as I did? Because of the side stories. Probably. Or even maybe not. I don't know. That doesn't mean that we're against getting new members or anything. Bastard, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Well, it was a sub-goal. Not really something I can be honest about, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join. Monica sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of all this anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? Now you've done it, Natsuki. What, me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest? What about being honest? About word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that. You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me. Now Monica wants to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. No, bastard, it's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki starts packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom. I'm gonna save now. Because there's gonna be a part where we need to not hit the skip button. So I gotta make sure that I do it right. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom. Bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have an opinion on the festival? I don't know. Kind of indifferent, I guess. Who cares about that obnoxious brat? Damn. I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now. And I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. Not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. W require if you kill. Alright, relax, kiddo. I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. What about you, bastard? What do you want to get out of this club? Women in gold, Chico. Yuri repeats the same question as Monica. I decide giving in indifferent answers better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along. And for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the literature club a special place. Almost a little Dan Salvato there. I see. Or also, like, kind of a low-key way of, like... I feel like whenever you see, like, pictures of, like, new characters in the literature club or self-inserts and stuff like that, that's almost like a weird statement of, like, bro, leave the fanfiction out of it. I don't know how Salvato feels about stuff like that. So, you know, it is what it is. It's just a thought. I see, I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. With each change in members... Oh, something is dripping out of her eye. Yep, there it is. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. Alright, relax with the blood coming out of your eye, please. Or not, I don't really care. Do live your life. If you'd like to help Monica with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Alright, well maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Hey Yuri. Hey? I know things were a little awkward yesterday. But I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president. And also a wonderful friend. Monica. I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever. Okay? Me too. Yeah. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Damn. Okay. I look forward to it. Yeah, I guess there would be another set of poems here. Can we go, bastard? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with Bastard before we leave. Just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me as president. Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest. Okay, I trust your judgment, Monica. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow! Monica waves as Yuri exits the classroom. Whew. Things have been a bit hectic lately, haven't they? Bastard, I just wanted to make sure you're enjoying your time at this club. It's alright, man. 6 out of 10. I would really hate to see you unhappy. I feel kind of like I'm responsible for that as president. And I really do care about you, you know? I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time with how mean Natsuki is and everything, and Yuri being a little bit, you know. Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. Well, you know what I mean? But it's weird, because in all the time you've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. And I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. They're just some things I've been hoping to talk about with you. Things I know only you could understand. Yes, I know what it is. Wait, no, stop it! Yeah, my bad. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Do I do a Natsuki poem or do I do a Yuri poem now? I'll do a Natsuki poem, fuck it. Why not? Monica! Monica! Pop on pop. There you go. Air. Milk. Doki Doki. What are the... Hold on. Hold on. I have an idea. Never mind. That was not my idea. I kind of want to save and go back and just see if it's an automatic, like some of these, like if they're actually words that associate with Monica, or if it's just like, oh, that's happening. I completely missed that part. I don't know. Gert. Mariage. Ibubel. Whisper. Give me old razzle dazzle. Hawaii. Ribbon. Bliss. Fun. Pink. I probably should have gone with charm, I think, now that I think about it. It's fine. Beauty. Hi, bastard. Hello, dear. You hold that thought there for a minute. Your yandere ass face. An unusual poem by Yuri. Yeah, that's cool. Secret, secret, I got a secret. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. The rest of these pictures is gonna be a fucking pain in the dick. Maybe that's something I do on my own. I'm not sure. It's gonna be very a pain to do all that live. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what the plan is here. Doki Doki. Hi, bastard. I've been waiting for you. Are you ready to continue reading? I brought my best tea today. Monica, I told you not to. Ugh. Is she really late again? Inconsiderate as usual, Natsuki? Excuse me? Do you always interrupt my conversations with your incessant yelling? What are you talking about? You say that like I don't... You say that like I do it on a regular basis or something. I just wasn't paying attention, okay? I'm sorry. Seriously, what's gotten into you lately? Look, I did some thinking about yesterday. I was a little more hostile than I meant to be. I guess I really felt threatened or something. But I know this is something we're doing together. Another new member wouldn't hurt as long as they're cool. And I guess another girl would be nice this time. So, Natsuki, nobody cares. Why don't you go look for some coins under the vending machines or something? Ah! Oh man, I'm the last one here again. You practicing piano again? Yeah. Must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and still trying to make time for piano. Well, maybe not determination. That's a different game. But I guess passion. Motivates me to work hard for the festival, too. Anyway, bastard, what do you want to do today? I was thinking we already have plans today. That's so, Yuri. That's correct. Bastard is already engaged in a novel that we're reading together. Aren't you glad I've already gotten him into literature, Monica? I suppose. I was just... Actually, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You guys can do whatever you want. Yes! Thank you for understanding, Monica. Actually, I have a request. You mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. There's one thing that can make my reading time here any better. It's a nice cup of tea. To mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk. Then I'll go get some water. He walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. Simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. That's okay. You stay here. It won't take long. Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurriedly... Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom. Ah. Did Yuri leave you again? No, it's not like last. It's not like that this time. She's just filling up the water pitcher to make tea. Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding. It's okay. I'd rather hang out with you. 10 minutes pass. Yuri said it wouldn't take long. Something holding her up? I'm bored just waiting here, so I decided to go look for her. Here we go. Let's see. The most logical place for Yuri to be would be the nearest water fountain. Start heading down the hallway. That noise. Coming from around the corner. Sounds like breathing. Sharp in her. A sharp inhale, like someone is sucking the air through their teeth. So there it is. So be someone is sucking the air through their teeth. Are they in pain? I reach the corner and peer around it. Yuri? Yeah! I'm back! Thanks for waiting patiently. Bastard, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. That so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. Turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway. Ah, that's great, Yuri. Don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, bastard. Very endearing. That's... Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I'll watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Bastard, I have another request. You mind if we sit on the floor today? Hey, why's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Ah, sorry, I didn't realize. No worries, I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. That's so. Wonder why that is. It's most likely because your posture, right? Always hunch over like that while reading. Yes! I have terrible reading posture. That's why we should sit on the floor. But even now, we're not going to acknowledge my huge honker badonkers. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. Ah, I have some chocolate as well. A bag of small chocolate candies. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I, sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. At this time, I pull out the blicky. Our bodies are even closer to each other. Can't see too well. Yuri sides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? I don't know, figure it out, Mark. Yuri was always kind of cute, but she's being less apprehensive. It's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears, her intense reading expression. I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. Hey, are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Oh, this is another jump scare, if I recall. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. Or it's like yandere face again, I don't remember. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri's already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate. I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. Simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. That means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Hey? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Bastard. Sorry, I guess I shouldn't have done that. Yuri starts to breathe heavily. I can't. Bastard. Suddenly, Yuri forcefully grabs my arm and jerks me to my feet. My teacup gets knocked over. Bastard. My heart won't stop pounding, bastard. I can't calm down. I can't focus on anything anymore. Oh dear. Can you feel it, bastard? Yuri suddenly presses my hand against her chest. Why is this happening to me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop. It even makes me not want to read. I just want to look at you.
Hello.
Why you trying to look at my dick? I'm a handsome mobster man, baby. Come look at the handsome mobster man. It's time to share poems. I mean, she's just looking at my dick, like... It's a little rude, but also, like, I'll take the compliment, you know? I think this is a good stopping point. Because we only have 30 seconds, and there are other things that I would like to do. So I think this is a good stopping point. Other things I'd like to do... well, you'll see. You'll see next week, but... I think, it's a good point to, wind down for the evening. You know? Anyway, for those of you who managed to come out here and watch us live, love and appreciate you for watching this live. If you're watching this on the VOD, I hope you'll join me live every Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Tomorrow is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which is always fun, because I fucking love that game. And then, Friday is Yakuza. I did a little bit of playing ahead in Yakuza. I did a little bit of completion. We're still gonna play it Friday anyway, because, like, heat actions and stuff. I don't know that I don't know that I'd be able to complete everything by next week anyway. To, like, I don't know how long that would take within our 3-hour time span, kind of doing everything. So we're gonna do heat actions. I already know that I might just play more offline anyway to try to complete a bit more. I do know that, what am I trying to say? I do know that I don't, like, I want to mostly complete everything, but basically my goal is to, like, try to leave one thing per category on the completion list so that we could all see, sort of in real time, the text of, hey, you completed this thing, and then, what the reward is. So, I don't know, like, how much I'll be able to get through in terms of, like, just heat actions and things that I want to show off on stream. Like, I don't know if we'd go into the Amon fight and then the finale next week regardless. So, we'll figure it out. Anyway, all that to be said, I know a lot of people playing Uma Musume. Look, I'm gonna keep it a buck. My second whatchamacallit, my second gacha of being Persona 5 The Phantom X is like, I'm not trying to get invested in Uma Musume. That doesn't look like a game that, I mean, maybe I would enjoy it, but I don't care. I don't want to try. So, God bless the people who are getting into it. Y'all hoopers. Well, I'm gonna play basketball over here. Anyway, that's it for me. I'm gonna get going. Take care. Be well. If anyone's disappointed that I'm not, like, getting scared over Doki Doki, suck it. I'm sorry that I'm the devious, most evilest. Except that I'm not. I'm the hero. I just described the villain. The point is, real hoops out here. All right, I'm gonna go. Take care. Be well. See you later. Bye.